In a grand kingdom of golden palaces and endless green fields, there ruled a mighty king, King Veer. He was known across the lands for his bravery, his wisdom, and his undefeated battles. But despite his victories, his heart was restless. Something was missing. One day, as he sat on his throne, deep in thought, his Queen Aarya, approached him. "My king, you have conquered lands, but have you conquered yourself?" The question struck him. What did she mean? He had won wars, built cities, and was feared by his enemies. Yet in that moment, he realized he had never battled his own fears, his own doubts. That night, a messenger arrived. News of an approaching war. A ruthless army was marching toward their kingdom. His generals prepared for battle, but Queen Aarya placed a hand on his arm. Not every war is won with swords. Veer, confused but trusting his queen, decided to meet the enemy king, unarmed, on the battlefield. As he rode alone, his people watched in fear. Had their mighty king given up? Facing the enemy king, Veer did something unexpected. He bowed. "Before we shed blood, let me ask you, what is it that you truly seek?" The enemy, stunned, hesitated. No king had ever spoken to him this way. After a long silence, the enemy sighed. "Power, wealth, but I see now, even after winning, I will still want more." Veer smiled. "Because true power is not in taking, it is in giving." The enemy king, moved by his wisdom, lowered his sword. That day a war was not fought, but a new alliance was born. When Veer returned, his people celebrated, not for a victory of weapons, but a victory of wisdom. He looked at Queen Aarya and smiled. She was right. His greatest battle was not against armies, but against his own pride. From that day on, he ruled not just as a warrior, but as a king who understood the true meaning of strength. And so the kingdom thrived, not because of its walls or weapons, but because of a king and queen who knew that the greatest power of all was wisdom.